I've been on a presidential bus tour. I went to 21 high schools in Texas this year, and I got a feel for what the students need, and what they need is support academically, and what they also need are finances, because they need to have financial support to be able to continue their college education.
And some may not know that Texas Southern is the fourth largest HBCU in the country.
It is. Well, we're in the fourth largest city in the nation, too, and we expect that if we continue doing what we're doing, we'd like to see our enrollment increase to about 12,000 students, and we'd like to be a very kind of a boutique institution with very good students and very good academic programs.
And then with the students, the academics, and the facilities, what else is unique to the university?
Well, I think all universities, our history makes us unique. And here's kind of a conflict we're having. We have an 85-year history of being a historically black college. But as we go forward, we have to determine whether or not we can be much more diverse. Building on our history as a historically black college, you have to sell yourself a little bit differently if you're in the Houston area, where the Hispanic population is going to be the majority population in a few years. And we've got to come up with a strategy that the university becomes more diverse. And it's hard to sell to a Hispanic population or a white population or an Asian population that a historically black college is a place for them. But we're going to be able to do that, and we're going to work hard at making sure that students understand that Texas Southern, although it's a historically black college and has a huge history of providing education for people like Barbara Jordan and Mickey Leland and Joe Sample and Yolanda Adams and Michael Strahan, that it is also an institution where all students can come. Our law school, for example, 25% of the graduates of our law school are Hispanic students. And Sylvia Garcia is a state senator here, has come out of our law school. So we have the possibility and the potential to diversify this historically black college.
And yes, because I know the university does have international students.
Oh, I'm really proud of that. We had our last graduation. We graduated 1,012 students, and 22 nations were represented. Can you believe that? 22 nations were represented in that graduation population, and 22 of the students who graduated were from Saudi Arabia. Wow. Now, who would have thought that we had that kind of appeal? But we are getting a lot of attention because of, I think, our academic programs, number one, but also based on where we're located in Houston. And everyone wants to be in Houston. Economically, Houston was the last city to go into the depression that we had a while back and the first one to come out, which means we're in a position now to have a huge economic engine continue here. And the international students are paying attention, because once they get an education in an international city, they'll be able to take those educations back to their home countries.
And with this international appeal, what opportunities have you seen?
I want our students to be able to have the kind of education a kid at Harvard or Yale would have or Syracuse, in terms of getting a global experience. And so we made it a mandate that we try to do everything we could to send our kids to other universities in other countries. So we sent our kids to Stellenbosch University in South Africa. After we gave President Jacob Zuma of South Africa an honorary doctorate, that kind of paved the way for us to have a relationship. We sent 10 kids over there, spent 6 weeks in Stellenbosch. We sent kids to Brazil to make sure they had the Brazilian experience, because we wanted countries of color are going to play a big role in global development, and if we can get our African American kids and Hispanic kids exposed, the better off it will be for them. So we have a relationship with Beijing University, Jingtao, where we have now 3-4 faculty members from Beijing Jingtao who are teaching Mandarin. And so can you imagine African American kids who will have on their resumes that they speak Mandarin? Right. Don't you think somebody will hire them in an international market? I would. So kids are going to Mandarin in Beijing to be able to speak Mandarin and to work in that environment. Still not ignoring Ghana. We're sending kids over to Ghana this year, and so we expect to continue to provide opportunities for our kids to travel internationally. Our debate team has always been traveling to places like Paris, Tanzania, but our focus is to make sure that these 10,000 students get some kind of opportunity for a global education and a global experience, and they have to leave this country in order to see what it's like to live and work in other countries.